Loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Tell me about love here for the next month. What do we need to know? Okay. So I feel like this is a collective that is seeking a love that feels like it nurtures them, a love that feels compassionate, because this is a collective that's gone through a lot. So this could be a collective that's desiring someone to be more nurturing towards them, or desiring someone to be able to provide more of a compassionate touch. You may feel like the connections you've had in the past weren't compassionate to your needs. Okay, I'm getting water sign energy here. You could be a water sign or have strong water placements, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Some of you have come full circle here is what I'm getting. Okay, because for some time you were like, love is, you had this very idealistic view as it related to love. Maybe you were seeking like a fairy tale love. And you feel like maybe you had one specific person in mind in that fairy tale. And maybe it didn't work out as you planned. And for a time, you decided to overcorrect. For a time, you took a step back, and I feel like you became a little bit pessimistic because you were like, oh, that didn't work out, so it's never going to work out, or it won't work out with anyone else. And I feel like this is a collective that for some time was internalizing a lot of disappointment. But I see that you've come out on the other side of this. I feel like this is a collective that's now feeling more optimistic, that's now feeling more open to trusting the universe, trusting what is ahead, hoping for the best, really wanting to have more of a positive outlook as it relates to love, and knowing that that will eventually be rewarded, whether it's with this person or otherwise. And maybe for a time you had to just protect your heart by recoiling, and that's okay. Sometimes we need to take that time with ourselves in order to be able to repair those heart muscles that have been stretched or subsequently broken. I feel that you put the pieces back together here, and I feel like you're feeling a little bit more whole, you're feeling a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more confident, and you're moving forward with an open heart, trusting spirit, trusting the process. Tell me about this love here in the past that we were connected to. What do we need to know about this specifically? Damn. Yeah, this was tough. I feel like some of you were waiting, and I feel like we've been getting this message in the collective readings. Some of you were waiting on somebody to make a change for you. Make some type of change within themselves. This could have been a change in their ways of thinking. This could have been a change in terms of them choosing a new path, or being open to doing things in a different way. But this is definitely a collective that was hoping for there to be a change made. And you may have felt really disappointed, or you may have not felt good enough when this person didn't make that change. And I feel like there's an aspect of trust here, because I don't feel like this relationship is over, but I do feel like there's a moment of, okay, if you're not going to nurture me, I'm going to nurture myself. That's what this feels like. It feels like if you're not going to nurture me, I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to give myself that compassion that maybe I was really focused on giving you for some time. Because for a lot of you, you were giving this person far too much compassion. You were focusing so much on their well-being, whether they were okay, whether they were able to grow, whether they were able to evolve, whether they could transform, whether they could want to heal, want better for themselves. And I feel like you're realizing that that was energy that was maybe misdirected. And this is a collective that's redirecting this energy to yourself, because you know that this is somebody who needs to walk the walk in their own time, right? And you can't force anyone's hand. And frankly, you wouldn't want to. You would never want to. And this feels powerful. This is a major epiphany this collective has had through a process of self-reflection. Y'all are taking accountability, and it looks good on you. Okay, it looks good on you. And not just saying it looks good to other people. I feel like you're starting to see yourself in a new light here. This is that positive aspect of the way that you're viewing love. You're realizing that if you are seeking a path that feels abundant, or you're only open to abundant loves, then you won't have to accept less, or you won't have to feel like you're forced to accept scarcity. I feel that this is a collective that has learned to be adaptable, that has learned to be open, that is honoring their truth. Tell me a little bit more about what this collective is seeking in love overall. Damn, yeah, they need to figure it out on their own like you did. Exactly, Miss Abby girl, okay? This is a collective that seeks a love that honors them. I see that you overall are hoping for a love that feels peaceful, are hoping for a love that feels additive to your life. You're wanting to manifest and attract a love that doesn't require you to compromise or settle to any degree. Maybe in the past you're like, oh, I'll just bend a little bit here, I'll flex a little bit here. And now you're like, I want it all. And you're being seen on the record wanting it all. And I feel like that's going to reward you. That is going to be rewarding. Tell me a little bit more about what my collective is seeking as it relates to love. What are they? You want happiness. And again, I know in the past, maybe this seems like a small order. But in the past, it felt like a tall order. When you were seeking a specific connection or seeking growth somewhere where you feel like there wasn't growth, wanting just peace and happiness was something that felt like it was always evading you. And I feel like this is a collective now that's pulling back to say, what do I need to do to make myself happy? I also feel like this is a collective that's refocusing our efforts away from constantly being a caregiver, whether it's to children or aging parents or friends. This is a collective that's being a better caregiver and caretaker of themselves, of their own needs above all. And this feels like it's bringing you happiness and peace. This feels like it's grounding you. It's like you have more predictability as to whether the sun will shine, as to whether you will be happy, because you know that you can work with your own energy and your own mood. But if you're always trying to make everyone else happy, you won't be able to have that time to work with your own energy or have that time to be able to find your own happiness. So this is a collective that I feel like is happier than they've been in a long time. And no matter how long it took you to get there, Sandra, no matter how long it takes you to get to the place in which you recognize your happiness is a priority, it is immaterial as long as you get there. As long as you get there, that is the time in which you were meant to get there to that point. Okay, what do we need to know about love moving forward? All or nothing. See, sometimes that works, right? So love moving forward for this collective feels expansive, okay? Feels expansive. There is a letting go. So for some of you, the reason why you're having a difficult time letting go of this specific connection, I don't mean letting go permanently, I just mean letting go of the need to control it, okay? Letting go of the need to manipulate or to create or guide the pace. I feel like this is a collective that's looking at this connection like, I need to let you walk your own journey and path. And you know that probably means this person goes into a dark place. For some of you, you're aware of that. For some of you, you're aware of the fact that you are this person's happiness or a source of them feeling like they can truly be themselves to some degree. You feel like you are a source of joy for this person. You feel like you're a source of healing for this person. But I feel like you're also recognizing that you can't be that in perpetuity if you don't receive that in return. So this is a collective that realizes that pulling the plug here, pulling their energy away, could actually incur what feels like a painful realization on your person's side. And that's what I see happening for a lot of you when you do pull away. It will feel like a painful realization for this person. They will go through a dark night of the soul, or they will begin to have to explore their shadows. And that's exactly what is necessary. That is exactly what is necessary for this person in order for them to be able to rebuild themselves. And rebuild themselves in their model, not in yours and not in anyone else's. Yes, you feel their pain. For many of you, you are empaths, but you've also become adept at feeling everyone else's pain but your own. And that's something that we have to recognize is not always a spiritual gift. Feeling everyone else's pain but your own may seem like you are being wise. It may seem like you are being a healer. And again, like you're somebody who's evolved and somebody who's seen to be a model of spiritual health. When in fact, in many cases, that can often represent a form of spiritual bypassing. And I've been there. We've all been there, right? This is accountability hour. If this ship's going down, we're going to tell the truth about everything. We're going to go into difficult topics. We're going to talk about the things that no one wants to talk about. We're going to get real, okay? For as long as we're here, we're going to get real. This is a collective that I feel like is really good at healing everyone else's energy or supporting everyone else around them. And maybe you thought that just meant you were a really good healer. But I feel for a lot of you, this just meant that you were actually responding to your trauma in the only way you knew how. What do we need to know about how we evolve beyond this? Truth bombs. Dang. Have the courage here to be able to stand up for what's right. To be able to stand up for what's right. I feel like many of you know. I feel like many of you know that you have to detach and you have to let go, at least just for now. Just for now. But I do see this masculine energy here for, damn. Masculine and feminine energy here coming through. Okay, divine masculine, divine feminine. For many of you, this is a state of divine union that you're working towards. But if you are the feminine energy in this case, and you are coddling the masculine, you are working directly against a balanced and harmonious union. You're working directly against their birthright, their privilege, their honor, which is to fully step into and embody that divine masculine energy in order to be able to bring forth a stable foundation for growth. Right now, there is a state of disharmony because I see a feminine energy here, which could be you, or you could be the masculine. I see a feminine energy here that is coddling a masculine energy. I see feminine energy that's not allowing the masculine to stand up. And it shows that this masculine energy is going to be in some ways disadvantaged by this. Okay, there is an enabling energy here. Tell me a little bit more. What do we need to know about the feminine energy here and the masculine energy? So the more this feminine energy here, again, could be you could be the feminine here, stops watching what is going on or pulls their energy back to create distance, the more this masculine sees the truth. So for many of you, again, you were trying to show this person the truth. You were trying to tell this person the truth through your words, through your actions, proving to this person that they deserved better, proving to this person that they deserved happiness. And I feel that this is a collective that is now pulling back and realizing that if you do pull back, this allows this person to go through that process of discovering their truth. So that is a blessing. That is a blessing. Exactly. If it's meant to be, it'll come back. Now let's look at the future energy here. What do we need to know about the future energy? Future energy here for this collective, specifically. So there is, for the foreseeable future, a period of avoidance. This could be over the next few weeks. But I do see into the month of March for many of you, there is some type of startling reconnection or sudden reconnection. This could be in person. This could be accidental on purpose. This could be something that happens through impulsivity or through the consumption of libations. This could be something that feels like it's happening because the energy has been bottled up too tight. The energy has been repressed for so long, okay? And I see this energy being repressed for so long is getting to the point where the cup will runneth over, right, Miss Carly's? Someone's got to make a decision that has some impulsivity behind it. But again, nothing is coincidental, right? Everything is fated. And even moments in which we feel like, oh, that was an accident or that was this bold, moment of not being able to maintain composure. In many cases, that is actually a reflection of something that was required to happen in order to be able to forge progress. Thank you, my love. Okay, what do we need to know? What do we need to know about how this shifts the connection moving forward? It'll force you both to be present, okay? There are new seeds here being planted, and I see these new seeds being planted could, again, incur potential growth. But the one blockage that we're seeing in this collective is a masculine energy that is having a difficult time reflecting. Their lack of reflection is due to the fact that they're very triggered by old toxic patterns. And the old toxic patterns are, in essence, them choosing to tempt themselves with rewards that they don't even resonate with, that don't even satiate them, okay? That could be the validation of others. That could be the validation of success, some type of external reward that's giving them this false sense of security and success, when truthfully, it's only disempowering them, distracting them, and preventing them from ascending to their highest purpose and path, okay? Very real is what it is. And this is a feminine energy, you, who has brought along this person's path in order to show them that seeking external success, seeking gratuitous wealth is only a temporary source of satisfaction. I feel that your purpose was to inspire this person to want more for themselves, to desire more, to know that it is possible to be able to strictly follow a spiritual path. Many of you are devout on your spiritual path at this time. Some of you freed yourself from all distractions. You really got yourself to a place the last few months where you have been reclaiming your spiritual practice, maybe even looking into shamanic rituals or connecting to your ancestors or doing deity work. And for the first time, you feel like your spiritual practice is yours to own. And that moment of reclamation is a moment that has shifted this connection because it is also inspiring your person who is connected to you in the two-way energy field to do the same for themselves, even in small baby steps. I see that this is somebody who's recognizing that they need to start focusing regularly or consistently on their path, on themselves, okay? So what will be the final outcome of this union? This is the $1 million question. $1 million question. The final outcome, okay? I see for many of you, there is a lack of doubt in yourself that is encouraging you to move forward. And I feel like that for some time will incur a period of separation with this person. What's going to happen is, for those of you who are still lingering around this person, or there's some type of tertiary, connection, something that feels like it's just out of sight, that is going to happen for the foreseeable future, maybe the next few weeks, even into a month. But beyond that, I see this collective, you as part of it, detaching from this connection. Just because you feel like even though this person may be making small progress, it's not enough for you to feel like the two of you are on an aligned path. You will make that decision. And when you make that decision, it will subsequently give you a level of confidence because it's showing the universe that you don't have a doubt in yourself. It's showing the universe that you want more and you know you deserve more. And that is what this collective is going to see as the biggest shift for this connection. The biggest shift for this connection. Because when you make that big change, when you are seen on the record, letting the universe know that you are ready to grow, that you got to go and you're ready to grow. You're not sticking around being stagnant anymore. You don't care who this person is. Okay? I don't care if this is Jesus H. Christ that you're courting here. I don't care if this is your twin flame, your soulmate. I don't care if this is, who else is someone everyone else wants? Jason Momoa, who's a female equivalent of that. Sydney Sweeney. I don't care who this person is. Okay? I don't care who they are. You are more important to you. You are always more important to you. Okay? And this is a collective that's like, I'm not going to stutter. I'm going to be seen on the record making a good decision for myself. For myself. And that willingness to trust and a willingness to, in some ways, like abandon any doubts that you had in the past in your ability to attract the partner you deserve. That is what's going to encourage you to move forward in confidence and encourage this person to come forward with a solid offer. Solid offer. Now, what does this solid offer look like? Yes, 10 toes down, standing on business. So this is somebody who's been ruminating on this for some time. This is somebody who's been literally had this in the back of their mind for a long time. And this is somebody who knows that you deserve better, knows you deserve a commitment, knows you deserve something of value, knows you deserve to not just be stuck in the past. And I see that there is a form of alchemy here taking place in which they're finally transcending their fears to move forward towards you with an abundant offer. For many of you, again, this is happening in and around the month of March. And I feel at that time, this is a collective that is going to have a decision to make. Do you feel maybe there needs to be some more time for the two of you to walk independent paths? Are you attracting the attention of someone else that you want to pursue? Or are you willing to give this a chance? For many of you, you're going to have to take some time and reflect. Final advice here in terms of this collective. What decision should they make here around this? Yeah, this feels very unexpected because I feel that there's this energy here of having to guard yourself here, or maybe, again, for some time being self-protective. I actually see this as a collective that might choose to detach, even from this offer. Only because there's a part of you that feels like, maybe at this time, I know I deserve better. Even if this person comes forward, is it everything I've always wanted? Or are you starting to see this person differently? Any other insight or advice to this collective moving forward? What do we need to know? Get out and have fun and enjoy yourself and connect with new energies. Some of you have been holding yourself back in doing so because there's a part of you that is wanting to continue to hold on because there's an iron in the fire with this past connection. Okay? There's an iron in the fire here. But I also feel like you holding on to this or holding on to the idea of this materializing has been preventing you from forming any legitimate connection with a new person. So I actually feel like this is a collective that's being encouraged to eat, drink, and be merry. Like, go out and enjoy yourself. Be open to what is to come, right? Don't limit yourself, whether it's with this person or with others. Do not limit yourself. Allow yourself to be open. Broaden your horizons. Allow spirit to gift you a new prosperous path, right? And again, if you're doing this for the right reasons and not to make this person jealous, there's a chance where you could actually form a real valid connection, a genuine connection. And that genuine connection is something that could grow and evolve. For some of you, it could just be new friends that you're craving. Some of you are just craving connectivity. Some of you have been isolated for some time. So taking the time to go out and connect, allowing yourself to feel free to explore and to experience what is meant for you, not creating any limitations. Just because this person wants to dwell in disappointment or pain or stagnancy or wants to stay stuck doesn't mean you have to. Okay, like we've said before, misery loves company. And I see this as a collective that doesn't want to be miserable anymore. Y'all want to have fun. You want to put yourself out there. You want new experiences, new joys. And I see that will come for you. For many of you, that will come for you. Okay? Final advice with this specific person. What do we need to know about the long-term future? Is this person supposed to be in my collective's life? For a lot of you, ooh, I just felt that right in the heart. For many of you, you are meant to take a leap of faith beyond this person. And that is the ask at this time. But it is going to put this person into a dark and desolate place. It is. Okay? But when you do detach, when you do fully let go of this and this person does come back around, I will say that they will come back around for the right reasons for the first time. They will come back around with an awareness of the urgency of this, you essentially assuring your needs. They will come back with an awareness of what is required to be in your life. That's a big shift. They will come back forth with an awareness of the fact that they have to meet some type of criteria or bar in order to be able to have a place in your life. That's important. Y'all have standards in every other area of your life. Why wouldn't you not have standards in this relationship? Okay? So yes, there is this aspect of releasing control. There's this aspect of being open to a new path. Any other advice here for this collective moving forward? Follow your instincts. Some of you already have these instincts. Some of you already know exactly what I'm asking you to do, or this is something that you've already decided. It's just a matter of you allowing yourself to walk the walk. I feel that a lot of you are having a difficult time because you do feel a little bit stuck. But I feel like the challenge that you're having is because you might feel like this is somebody who will always serve a purpose in your life, or someone that you're supposed to be with. So there's that ego again. I'm supposed to have this. They're supposed to be this. They're supposed to be my life. We're supposed to end up together. That's that ego. It is just feral, right? It is insatiable. It always comes back to keep us captive, right? I have to have this. There's this idea of this fixed nature, this inability to have fluidity, flexibility, and openness to what is to come, okay? So I see this as a collective that does need to release this need to specifically hold on to a definition for this relationship in order for you to be able to gain a higher level of enlightenment. For some of you, when you release what this is supposed to be, something better is going to come forward with this person. Because you had an idea of what this was supposed to be, and maybe that was this end all be all. But Spirit's like, let me get creative. Like, let me help you work with this energy. Okay? So yes, we release control, but we also release control of what we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to go, what this is supposed to be in. And we release even control of navigating the path. Let Spirit in. Let Spirit in. If we let Spirit in, how do we end up in this connection here in the long term? What do we need to know? I see for many of you, this is so interesting. For a lot of you, this is going to be a difficult message, okay? This is somebody who you felt abandoned you for a period of time. You felt like they didn't care about your well-being. So that is something you internalized, but it also sent you into a deep commitment to healing, and it sent you into your healing journey after a period of the dark night of the soul. And what happened when you went through the process of healing is that you recognized that it wasn't that this person abandoned you. It was that there was something within yourself that was being triggered by this person's absence. And you healed that thing in yourself. You healed that wound that had existed far before they came into your life. And once you healed that wound within your heart, it allowed you to forgive this person. It allowed you to move forward in peace. It allowed you to detach from this and look at this from more of a neutral perspective. So when this person now feels you detaching and comes back forward with the same ask, with an open heart, with an outstretched hand, and you decide to walk away, and they feel that same wound being triggered, it is a gift for you to take a step back and allow them to heal that wound. For many of you, you will end up with this person in a future state, but you have to give them that gift and that space to heal. And that space to heal is a beautiful blessing, as it was for you, okay? An opportunity to grow and evolve, an opportunity to create a new foundation for your life overall. It's so much deeper than just love and the people that we choose in love. It's our very existence and how... And whether or not we feel worthy of that very existence, whether we feel valid in our existence, whether we feel like we can express ourselves and our authentic self and live life the way that we feel we deserve. It's so much deeper than just a choice in love. Okay? Final advice here moving forward. What do we need to know? So there is still conflict here, and I feel like there's a little bit of conflict because this is a collective that knows they need to move forward. But also, again, it keeps coming through this energy of like, I need to prove myself. I need to prove myself. So some of you, maybe it's not to this person. Some of you still have this desire to prove yourself to the world. And maybe this person was a representation of that. But I feel like this is a collective that needs to take a step back and say, there is nothing that I need to prove. My existence, in essence, is valid. Simply by existing, I am valid. And it feels like for many of you, that is something that was important for you to hear. It feels that for many of you, you've been maybe just refocusing this energy of hurt into other areas of your life. You're like, well, if this person didn't see me, people at work are going to see me. Or if this person didn't see me, my family better see me. My friends better see me. Like, somebody needs to acknowledge, somebody needs to legitimize me. And that created a same cycle here, a cycle that was perpetuated with this person being the origin of the pain. So for a lot of you, it's about coming to a place of peace and realization. How can we heal this specific wound around acknowledgement? So I did hear let go, okay, and accept what is. For some of you, it is about accepting what is, okay? Accepting what is and seeing things more impartially. Seeing things more impartially. And also recognizing that if you can see things more impartially, that also values and takes into consideration the needs of all parties, not just yours, but theirs as well. Okay, final advice. What do we need to know? Hi, Patrice. Love you, Queen. Final advice here for this collective. It's been hard, okay? It has been difficult. But the one way where you can take strides forward is to find a state of balance within yourself. And I promise you, if you hold yourself down, if you feel valid, if you feel comfortable in your own skin, if you feel like you are anchored in a level of self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-love, there's nothing anyone can come, go, stay, or play to disrupt that. They can't. They simply cannot. They cannot take you off that balance. So work on finally attuning yourself to a state of self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, because there's nobody who can take you off of that place. There's no one who can defer you away from that awareness of your worth and your value. And I feel for some of you, that's the lesson at this time, is regaining the balance within. That's the miracle here that is being created. Anything else that we need to know here about this? Yeah, self-worth. For some of you, and this is going to sound unorthodox, okay? For some of you, self-worth comes through service, and maybe you're really good at giving to others, but you need to give more to yourself. But for others, continuing on to give more to maybe those in your community, those who have less than you do, in order to be able to bring forth these feelings of feeling purposeful, feeling like you're really contributing. I feel for a lot of you, this is something that can be beneficial at this time. And I also feel like it will bring forth the happiness that you haven't had in some time. So as we move forward towards love, I see that this is a collective that is finding that state of balance, that is getting their passion back, that is feeling more empowered, that is feeling more alive every day, that is disregarding any feelings of being disenfranchised by this person or otherwise. And for the first time in a long time is feeling very much self-assured in terms of the steps that you're taking. Your instincts are incredibly acute. Your intuition is very much attuned to your higher path. And I see that this is a collective that is ready to not even need to know what they're moving towards in order to move. That's what this is. This is a collective that does need to take a literal leap of faith, not because there's someone in love coming out on the other side, not because there's some type of grand reward that you're walking towards, because you're willing to trust. With the absence of empirical data or confirmation, you're willing to trust. You're willing to trust that the universe has got your back. You know your karma's clean, okay? You know that you have operated from a place of integrity. You know that you have learned and evolved and grown, and that's all you can continue to do is learn and grow. And you know the universe is supporting you. There's a major leap of faith here. For some of you, it is starting something just for yourself. That is the message from this reading, truly. This is a collective that needs to start something just for themselves. Not for the benefit of pleasing others, not for the benefit of gaining other people's approval or validation. This could be a new workout. Maybe it's a new workout program. Maybe it's a new business. Maybe it's just a commitment to yourself to journaling every day. Maybe you're wanting to read again. Maybe this is just wanting to cook more of your own meals because you've been eating out a lot, or whichever it is. But doing something for yourself and starting that with a commitment to just improving your overall quality of life and your relationship with yourself over time. That is what's going to help you into feeling like this is more of a natural reflex. Okay? So, all that being said, what are we moving towards in terms of love moving forward? Is this final union what the collective should move towards? What do we need in terms of advice, specifically towards this union? So we just need to ensure that as we move forward towards the prospective reunion here, that we are operating from a place of our own emotional balance, okay? And I feel for many of you, that is just going to feel like whether this feels peaceful to you or whether this feels destabilizing to you. I feel for many of you, that is just a non-starter. That is a deal breaker. It's like either this is somebody who is going to be able to add to your peace or support your peace or maintain that level of groundedness that you've cultivated, or again, they don't deserve a place in your life. This is what you value at this time because you've worked so hard to get to this place. So the commitment you make to yourself right now is being heard by the universe. And just know that this is somebody who does have an awareness of what you're asking for. It's just whether or not they're willing to step up to the plate, right? Temporarily, as you commit to yourself and they commit to everything else but, there will be a period of divergency, right? There will be a path that you walk independently, undoubtedly, because of the circumstances. You're not seeking the same thing, okay? But this is somebody who needs to come back with the real deal or nothing. This is somebody who needs to come back ready. And not just ready for you, ready for themselves. Because if this person comes forward and they haven't done this healing work, okay? The relationship with you won't be sustainable. They'll sabotage it. They'll sabotage the hell out of it because they won't feel worthy of it. And the lack of work on themselves is going to show from day one. From the jump, their lack of work on themselves is going to prevent the relationship from growing. And they always come back. But when they do, ask yourself, does this feel aligned with my peace? Are we at this time seeking an aligned purpose for this relationship? Can we feasibly grow together? Because you can't grow from a place of chaos. If we don't have our basic needs met, feeling peaceful, feeling at ease, feeling grounded, the love and compassion of a partner, devotion, loyalty, trust, integrity, dependability, reliability, shared values, compatibility, chemistry, connection. If we don't have these things in a relationship, how can we grow? We're over here playing checkers when everyone else is playing chess. It's like we obviously have to be able to evolve to a point personally where we're actually ready to contribute to a relationship. So for many of you, yes, maintain that high bar, maintain that high standard, because it's not just about being in any relationship, whether it's with this person or otherwise. That's a recipe for disaster. And trust me, I'm an expert in failed relationships. Not anymore, but I was, okay? I come with experience. So it's true, okay? Trust that it's not just about any relationship. It's about the right relationship. It's about the relationship that actually is going to be additive, a relationship that's actually going to help you grow and evolve, a relationship that's going to help you heal, a relationship that makes you a better person, not just somebody who feels like a safe bet, not just somebody who feels like they're going to say yes to everything you say, because that's another form of a trauma response. A relationship that actually feels like it brings you something additive, because if it doesn't bring you anything additive, you might as well just stay with yourself. Might as well just bring all those beautiful things to yourself, okay? And never mind somebody who denigrates what you've built. Because goddamn, how much effort has it taken to get to where you are today? And to let someone come in and to turn over to upset the apple cart, to knock down the house of cards that you've built over time, meticulously, with your efforts, with your diligence? No, absolutely not. Okay? So, moving forward, as we evolve, I'm feeling this collective energy. How can we continue to ensure that this new relationship with this person is going to be of our best and highest good? So accepting the truth and really being able to see things for what they are, okay? And ensuring that you're able to move beyond the past in which there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of destruction. But I feel like the reason why some of you can't get beyond this period of upset with this person is that there's a pain and a wound here that for some time maybe you needed their help to heal, and now you have healed it of your own volition. But this is somebody, at least your person, who has a lot of guilt. And I feel like on your person's side, that guilt turned into an absence of motivation to heal themselves. So I feel that there is still healing work to be done even together. And a state of forgiveness and understanding that's much deeper in order to be able to move towards a place of harmony and resolution. Okay? Final advice here for this collective. Final advice. Okay. Damn, this is a collective of powerful individuals. Y'all don't even realize how powerful. Do you realize how powerful you are? Objectively, I feel like a lot of you don't realize. I feel like a lot of you don't recognize your power. I feel like a lot of you diminish your power. It's like everybody else sees it. Everybody else sees the power that you hold, self-evident. But it's almost like you feel like they're just talking you up. They're just gassing you up. They're just attempting to flatter or beguile you. But truthfully, for many of you, you don't see your power. And for many of you, it's because it's a different form of power. It's a power of emotional intelligence. It's a power of deep empathy and compassion. It's a power of being able to heal. And the more you're able to heal yourself, the more you can heal others in the collective. The more you'll become stronger, the more you become in tune with your intuition, the more your gifts are unlocked and untethered, the more you become fully activated in your higher self. It is a divine power that most will never even have the opportunity to begin to explore. So I feel for a lot of you, it's about setting some new intentions based on awareness of that power. What intentions should my collective set here in moving forward? Yeah, to be open to what comes. To be open to what comes, okay? You deserve the world. You deserve to feel optimistic. You deserve to be excited about your life. That reminds me, remember old Dr. Phil? I want you to get excited about your life. This is going to be a changing day. I don't know why I'm quoting Dr. Phil right now, but it's true, okay? I want you to get excited about your life. I want you to feel like you deserve to be blessed. I want you to feel like every day should be beautiful. I want you to feel like every single day that you wake up, you're going to have a smile on your face. Some days are difficult, some days are hard, some days are challenges. But I want you to feel like it is possible for the most of your experience to be great, right? To be great and to feel pleasurable and to feel joyful, okay? I want you to feel like that is not only possible, but something that you have the ability to create. That's pretty good, Dr. Phil. Most of you are in this position in which you're starting to recognize this power, but it's a process. It's a process, okay? So as we evolve forward, this is a collective that I feel like has learned, has grown. Now go have fun with what you've learned. Stop taking your life so goddamn seriously. Take some lessons from Iron in here. He doesn't take anything seriously. He's always having fun. And that is the key at this time for this collective to move forward towards a new cycle, okay? Let there be light. Let there be a period of lightness and ease and enjoyment and pleasure and all that comes from that. And for many of you, it is new blessings, new abundance, finally feeling for the first time in a long time that you're really excited about what's to come and you have no idea what the F that's going to be. You have no clue. You have no clue. And that's like something you're looking forward to. You're like, oh, I don't know what's coming. That's great. Universe, show me how good it can get. Universe, show me how good it can get. Okay? I hope that message was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, I want you to say in the chat, universe, show me how good it can get. Okay? Show me how good it can get. Yes, Miss Ann. 1111 down in the chat to let me know that you resonate.